wins. Ready? Okay, good luck to both of you.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, Cobra Kai Season 3 Predictions. Daniel, man, thanks for tuning in for another episode, guys. I'm excited to talk about Daniel. I'm excited to kind of dig into what might happen in Season 3 and also kind of reflect on what happened in the last season with so much to digest, so much to unpack. Man, I could probably talk about Daniel forever, but I'm going to kind of stick to my time frame and just kind of let's jump in and start talking about it. But before I jump in too deep, thank you guys for subscribing to our channel. Thank you guys for liking the videos. If you like this video, make sure you hit a like, make sure you send it out and share it on social media. We appreciate all the support, and let's just jump right in. So first of all, let's talk about what happened, man. I think it's really important to break it down into a couple of pieces because it's just too much to take in right now. So let's just start with the immediate one. At the end of season 2, Sam's in the hospital, Sam's hurt, and man, it's one of those things where they don't, mom doesn't want Cobra Kai, Miyagi Do, any karate, done. Like it's over, right? Now, you think about what has led up to that moment. First of all, their marriage, Daniel's marriage has been on the rocks. We know that he's consumed with Miyagi Do. And just like any of us guys, anything that you find passion for, like YouTube, anything you find passion for is going to, shift a lot of your energy and focus into things that maybe you did every single day. Maybe you put a lot of energy into your family every day. Maybe you put energy into a job every day. And then let's say something happens in your life that sparks your interest. You shift all your energy that way. Ultimately, people feel left out or things happen because you shift that energy. And that's kind of human nature. So I know with Daniel reigniting his passion, and I really truly believe that he had that buried down, man. I mean, because, we all grow up, guys. Daniel was just a kid, man. He was just a kid. I think we forget this. He was just a kid trying to find his way, found karate, help give him some foundation in his life. And then eventually he grew up. He grew up, started a family, raising kids, ultra successful business. And you gotta have your heart, in that right place to recognize that, man, he kind of put it to bed. He tried to hold on to that as long as he could. He tried to hold on to it. But ultimately, because of his life and because of family and because of raising kids and a successful business, his energy just kind of dissipated, man. That happens with all of us with things in our life, right? But when that spark comes, and by nature, you guys, it was only because of Cobra Kai. It was like something like woke it up in him, and it was like that old nemesis, that old, anger towards Johnny and all that stuff, like reignited. But really, I think it had been sitting there for a while. So with, throwing caution to the wind, boom, he jumps back into it and becomes obsessed. And that's kind of where season 2 took us, right? As he's building his own dojo. Now, where does that leave Daniel in all of this, right? The people that he's cared about. Let's look through Daniel's eyes for just a moment, guys. And we're lucky we get to see the big picture. We get to see all these characters. But let's just kind of look through Daniel's eyes for one moment. That's all I'm asking you. And let's be honest and transparent. As a parent, you care about your kids, you care about their safety, and you care about the people that they're surrounded with, right? You just care about their overall safety and their future. Now here you had Daniel, who puts all this energy into Robbie, right? Puts all this energy into someone that he cares for because he knows his history, he knows his dad, and he knows that he's a good kid, kind of lost, and he believes that Miyagi Do can help him. Now just imagine you putting all of your energy into someone that you care about, And at that moment, at that single moment when you are concerned the most, probably the scared you've ever been about one of your children, and you find out he's with the enemy's son at the enemy's house. Like, I think it would have been different, guys, if he found him and he showed up at like a friend's house, one of Robbie's friend's house or something. I think it would have had a different outcome. But knowing that happened at Johnny's house, someone who he despises, even though the night before they had fun or whatever, you got to remember, like, you don't let go of the past that easy. So that just whole setup bound to explode, and that's exactly what happened. And now you factor in this last thing where all these people are hurt, all these people are in the hospital, Miguel's fighting for his life, Cobra Kai. At the end of the day, right now, Daniel does not know about Kreese, does not know about any of this stuff, probably doesn't know that Kreese has been the person teaching them these things, the person behind all this madness, and that Johnny, that it's not even him. But when you look through Daniel's eyes, all he remembers is the chaos from the past and now the chaos that's happening right now, all because Cobra Kai came back into his life. And it's true. Like, honestly, like, you gotta see it through his eyes that he has seen nothing good come from Cobra Kai. What has he seen? Nothing positive. So, and then you add Kreese's crazy butt into the mix, and then now what? So you got to remember that he's kind of had a lot go on his plate. Now let's talk about what that means. What that means for season 3. Now we've all heard rumbles, and it's not even rumbles now. It's been confirmed probably for the most part that Daniel's going back to Okinawa, right? So let's talk about what reason would that be for? Is it because of old Miyagi Do business that somehow, hey Daniel, we left you, Mr. Miyagi left something, and it draws him back to go get it? Is it to find peace? Maybe he's got to go back and find himself. You got to remember all the harmony and stuff. That stuff's gone. So maybe he's searching to find peace. Maybe he needs to go back for something like that. But here's my theory, guys. What could lure him back to Okinawa in the middle of everything that just happened? His daughter's hurt, all this stuff with Cobra Kai. What potentially could lure him back? What if it was some type of business deal? What if it was some type of company wanting to do business with him, wanting to expand his empire, wanting to expand his business and all this other stuff? Would that be enough to make you want to go? Would that be enough, knowing your business has been kind of fading because you've put all your energy into your own dojo, but in all reality, your business, your real business, is starting to fade? Would it make sense for Daniel to accept something like that? And what if, just what if, it was all a ploy to get him back over there? I think when there's millions of dollars on the line, probably a pretty good reason, even with all the chaos, to go back over there. Because in my opinion, it would be like, honey, we our business is fading. We can sign this deal, make some money for our family, and then I'll be back to deal with all the issues that are happening right now. It makes sense to me. It makes sense. Tell me if I'm wrong. Leave comments in there. Tell me what you think. But it's the most logical reason as to why, during all of this craziness, for him to ever go back. Even if it had to do with Mr. Miyagi, even if it had to do with some type of thing, I just don't see the sense of urgency to go there when his own family is being affected. But if they're being affected financially, kind of makes sense. When money's involved, guys, sometimes we got to do things to protect our family. So that's what I think. Now, where do I think all of this is going to go with Johnny and all of what's happened? I honestly don't think that they're going to cross paths as much as we'd hope to, as much as we'd like to see him and, Johnny and Daniel get together and to kind of form this alliance. I do think that's going to happen at some point. I really do. I just don't know if that's going to happen in season 3. I think it may be a buildup for season 4 because we gotta see what's going to happen. We got to see what's going to unravel with Kreese and all that stuff. We've got to let that breathe. Otherwise, there's not going to be any show in the next couple years. So I just think that it's going to take a little bit of time, but we're definitely on to some type of alliance. And like I said, maybe Allie's a part of that too in some short way. But I really think that his storyline is going to shift him to having to resolve, like I said, go back to Okinawa to resolve something, and maybe both to find some peace, because that would make sense in all the chaos, to go do some business deal and maybe pay respects and all that kind of stuff, and kind of find himself, and that just gets turned upside down. So let me know what you guys think. I don't have a definitive answer of how it's going to end, but I really think it's only setting the stage for something more in season 4, season 5, that we go on this other journey with things happening to Daniel. And at the moment, I don't think the dojo is going to be fixed. I don't think that he's going to go back and say, okay, guys, let's start up the dojo again. I think there's a lot of things that have to be ironed out internally, but I think it's going to be hard for even him after this trip to even think about that while he's maybe potentially fighting for his life over there. Who knows, right? The show has a lot of master manipulators, and that would bring in different characters going into that setting. Like, who would want to do that to him? Come on, guys. You guys know. So we'll talk about that later. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much, man, for the overwhelming response of comments. I literally load these things at night, wake up in the morning, and there's all these comments, and it's like, man, this is crazy. So thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it. Share it out. Let your friends know about it. And then I appreciate all that support. So stay tuned, you guys, for the next prediction video. Hopefully I'll have that out soon. Stay tuned. Cobra Kai Season 3 predictions. I'm out.
Okay, good luck to both of you.